Okay, let's continue here with Act 2, Proof, Act 2, Scene 2. Now we are going back to the present, and Hall and Claire wants to make sure from Catherine that she has written this notebook, and that's where the title proof comes from. The word proof means an evidence, and it has two meanings. The first meaning is refer to the theory Catherine has written, which is a proof of some phenomena, mathematical phenomena about prime numbers. She wants to prove something about prime numbers. This is the first meaning. The second meaning, that Catherine has to prove, and now this is a verb with be, has to prove that she is the one who has written this theory, not her father. And this reminds us of the French woman, Sophia Germain, who also wanted to prove that what she has written is her own theory and not somebody else. So this is the meaning of the title that has two meanings here. So Paul says, "You wrote this?" And Catherine says, "Yes. When I started after I quit school, when she stopped going to college because her father needs her. I finished a few models before Dad died. Did he see it? No, he didn't. No, I was working on it. It wouldn't have mattered to him anyway. He was too sick. I don't understand. You did this by yourself?" He is not very sure. This is why the dash is that you did this by yourself. Yes, it's in Dad's notebook. So he is trying to say, okay, and Claire also says it is written on the notebooks, on the on the booklets or the notebooks that belong to Dad. So it must be Dad who wrote this. So they are asking her as if they are not, of course, they are not certain if she has written it or not, and she has to prove that. But she is hurt because nobody trusts her. Catherine, I used one of his blank books. So I used one of his own notebooks. There were a bunch of them upstairs. Claire, tell me exactly where did you find it? So the notebook was found in the father's office, written by on his one of his notebooks, not on Catherine's room, not on Catherine's notebook. Catherine, in his desk, I gave him the key, she means. Claire, hold on. Where did you find it? In the bottom drawer of the desk in the study. Locked drawer. Catherine gave me the key. Why was the drawer locked? Catherine said, it's mine. It's mine. It's a drawer. I keep my private things in. I have used it for years. Was there anything else in the drawer? No, not that. The only one. Can I see it? So again, Claire is asking like an investigator, where did you find it? Which drawer? If it's in the father's room, why Catherine keeps it there? Um, she shows she doesn't trust Catherine, and Catherine and Claire wants to see the book. The book was in. You told him where to find it. You gave him the key. You wrote this incredible thing, and you didn't tell anyone. I am telling you both now. After I dropped out of college, I had nothing to do. I was depressed, really depressed. But at a certain point, I decided I don't need them. She means I don't need the university. She can do math by herself. She can make something great in mathematics by herself. She doesn't need to go to college to be brilliant. It's just math. I can do it on my own. So I kept working here. I worked at night after Dad had gone to sleep. I was hard, but I did it. Catherine, I'm sorry, but I just find this very hard to believe. She is not believing this. She thinks it's the father who did that. Claire, I wrote that proof. I'm sorry, she wants to say, I don't believe that or I don't trust you. Claire, this is Dad's handwriting. So the notebook belongs to the father. The handwriting seems like father. It was in the father's office was found. So they think Catherine is mentally unstable. She imagines she has written this. It is not. It looks exactly like it. It is my writing. I'm sorry. Again, the dash means I don't believe that. Ask Hal. He has been looking at Dad's writing for weeks. Hal, I don't know. Now, Hal again also does not believe Catherine because nobody has seen Catherine writing a great, brilliant thing. This is the very first thing she has written it. And amid this chaos, and she is not stable. She is depressed, and the father has the reputation as a brilliant math. So there is more يعني, possibility that this has been written by the father, and now Catherine has to prove it is her. Prove it is her. It looks. Uh, I don't know what Catherine handwriting looks like. It looks like that. She is now using capital letter. She's shouting, she's emphasizing. This is my handwriting. Well, okay, it is okay. So here, Hal also has doubts. Claire, I think you know what? I think it's early and people are tired and not the best state to make decision about emotional thing, or maybe you should all just take a break, a breath. You don't believe me? I don't know. I really don't know anything about this. Never mind. I don't know why I expect you to believe me about anything. Could you tell us the proof that would show it to you? You wouldn't understand it. Tell it to Hall. So she's okay. Explain your theory. Explain it to Hall because Hall is also in math. We could talk through it together. It might take a while, so I can explain it. It would take time. Claire, you cannot use the book. Nathan, for goodness sake, it's 40 pages long. I didn't memorize it. It's not a muffin recipe. This is stupid. It's my book, my writing, my key, my drawer, my proof. Hal, tell her. And Hal cannot know anything. Tell her what? Whose book is that? Hal cannot say it is hers because he is doubtful. He does not know Catherine's brilliance in math. I don't know, Catherine. What is the matter with you? You have been looking at this other stuff. You know there's nothing even remotely like that. Look, Catherine. Catherine, well, go through the proof together. We'll sit down if Claire will please let me have my book back. Claire, all right, talk him through it. Hal. That might take days, and it wouldn't show that she wrote it. Why not? Your dad might have written it and explained it to you later. I'm not saying he did. I'm just so this shows Hal does not trust Catherine. He think, okay, this proof has been written by your father, and he explained it to you, and you just thought or imagined it is yours. Catherine, come on, he didn't do that. This he couldn't have. He didn't do any mathematics at all for years. Even in the good years, he couldn't work. You know that you are supposed to be a scientist. You're right. Here is my suggestion. I know there are 3 or 4 guys at the department, very sharp, disinterested people who knew your father, knew his work. Let me take this to them. So he's suggesting I would take this book to professors who are very good and let them read it and decide. What? I will tell them you have found something potentially major. We're not sure about its authorship. I'll sit down with them. We'll go through the thing carefully. Good. And figure out exactly what you have got. It would only take a couple of days probably, and then we'd have a lot more information. I think that's an excellent suggestion. You cannot, Catherine, Claire, Catherine, no, you cannot take it. I'm not taking it. This is what you wanted. Oh, come on, Jesus. You don't waste any time, do you? No hesitation. You cannot wait to show them your brilliant discovery. Now she is paranoid. She's accusing Hall of taking the notebook and going to the university and tell them, look, I found this. And then everybody's going to talk to Hall. Everybody's going to, pay him attention and he's going to be famous because he discovered this. I'm trying to determine what this is. I'm telling you what it is. You don't know. I wrote it. It's your father's handwriting. So he's shouting back. At least it looks an awful lot like the writing in the other books. Maybe you're writing books exactly like this. I don't know. It does look like this. I don't show this to anyone else. I could have. I wanted you to be the first to see it. I didn't know I wanted that until last night. It's me. I trusted you. So she's hurt because she think Hal is gonna trust her when she says it's me. I wrote it. But it's clear Hal does not trust her. He's thinking this is the handwriting of your father. Your father was a brilliant. It must be his. And he does not trust her enough. That hurt Catherine because she trusted him and she gave him the key and she let him to be the first one to read this theory. I know, Catherine. Was I wrong? No, Catherine, I should have known you wouldn't believe me, but why don't you? She said that my sister would not believe me, but I think you will believe me. Why you are not believing me? So this is she's feeling hurt that nobody believes her, nobody trusts her, and she's not يعني nobody has faith in her. Let's go here. Now Catherine says, I am a mathematician too. Not like your dad. Oh, he's only one who could have done this. The only one I know. Are you sure? Your father was the most brilliant. You just because you and the rest of the geek worshipped him does not mean he wrote this proof all. He was the best. My generation hasn't produced anything like him. He revolutionized the field twice before he was 22. I'm sorry, Catherine, but you took some classes at Northwestern for a few months. So he doesn't know that she's really brilliant and like her father. He said, oh, you just took a semester at this university. You cannot write this theory. My education wasn't at Northwestern. It was living in this house for 25 years. Even so, it doesn't matter. This is too advanced. I don't know. I don't understand most of it. You think it's too advanced? Yes. It's too advanced for you. So she's insulting him now because you cannot understand it. So you think I didn't write it because it's very good mathematic theory. You could not have done this work. But what if I did? Well, what if? It would be a real disaster for you, wouldn't it? And for the other geek who barely finished their PhD, who are making time doing lame research, bragging about the conferences they go to, wow, playing in an awful band, winning where they are intellectual pass at 28 because they are. So she's now lashing at Hall. You cannot understand this theory. You think I didn't write it because you are weak and your intellectual is weak, and you and your friends who are in a band singing bad songs, going to conference. So she's, lashing at him. Um, Claire, Katie, let's go inside. Katie, Catherine opened the books and tries to rip. She's tried to tear the book away. She tried to destroy the book. Claire goes to take it from her. They struggle. Catherine gets the book away. They stand apart, breathing hard. After a moment, Catherine throws the book to the floor and she exits. So this very climax of the play, the climax of the play, where Catherine is really ruined that nobody trusts her, nobody believes that she has written this work, and she doesn't know how to convince them that she did. Now, scene 3 um, shows that Catherine is sick. Of course, Catherine is sick from the beginning of the play, and she is depressed. But now, as she goes through, there is a moment where she likes Hal and she trusts him. But now she finds that Hal does not trust her. Nobody trusts her. So she's back to feel depressed, and she doesn't want to talk to anyone. She doesn't want to speak or eat. So she's going through a very difficult time. And Hal comes in and he asks Claire if he can speak to Catherine, and Claire says she's sleeping and she refuses to talk to anyone and she wouldn't meet anyone. Um, so they were talking, and Claire says, "I'm going to New York in a while, but I want to make sure she is good before that." So let's see here. Okay, here Hall is going to take the notebook to the university and show it to the professors there and let them decide uh, what kind of theory is this. So he took it from Claire. Claire says, I think you are a little bit of an idiot, but you are not dishonest." So she says, "You are an honest person. Somebody needs to figure out what is there. Somebody has to read this proof and see what is there. I can do it. She's not in math. She doesn't know about it. Should be done here at Chicago. My father would like that. When you decide what you have got, let me know what the family should do. So if there's something valuable, tell me maybe they should publish it, maybe they should do something." And Hal says, "Thanks. Don't thank me. It's by far the most convenient option available. I put my card in there. Call me whenever you want." So she gave him her phone number and she said, "We are leaving to New York." Right. Scene four. Again, we are back into a day in the life of Robert, and that Catherine is there. So again, into a situation that really happened between Robert and the daughter. There's something very important here that has happened. So Catherine, dad, it's December, so it's very cold, and the father is in the porch outside the house, so it's cold. "What are you doing here?" "Working. It's December. It's um, 30 degree Fahrenheit." "I know. Don't you need a coat? Don't you think I can make that assessment for myself?" "Aren't you cold?" "Of course I am. I'm freezing." "So what are you doing out there?" "Thinking, writing." "You're gonna freeze." "It's too hot in the house. The radiators dry out the air. Also the clanking. I cannot concentrate. The house wasn't so old. We have had central air heating, but we don't, so I have to come out here to get any work done." "Our ton of the radiators. They won't make any noise. Come inside. It isn't safe." "It's okay. I've been calling. Didn't you hear the phone?" "It's a distraction. I didn't know what was going on. I had to drive all the way home." Now here, Catherine she has joined university and she called the house a couple of times and her father did not answer. So she was worried, why my father is not answering? Is he sick again? So she came drive back and she found her father in the garden outside. It's December, everything is frozen and snowy, and he's alone. And she asked him, "Why are you standing outside?" He said, "There is so much noise because of the heating system, makes sound in the house and noise, so I stood outside." So she's trying to get him inside. "I didn't know what was going on. I had to drive all the way down here." "I can see that. I had to skip classes." So she stopped. She didn't go to college. She didn't go to her lectures because she wanted to come. Because why don't you answer the phone? He didn't answer the phone. "Well, I'm sorry, Catherine, but the question of priorities and work takes priority. You know that. You are working?" So she's asking, "Are you writing some theories?" "God damn it, I'm working." I say, "I." The machinery means his mind is working, Catherine. It is full of blast. All the cylinders are firing. I'm on fire. That's why I came out here to cool off. I haven't felt like this for years." He says, "Okay, I'm writing great theories. My mind seems like a ball of fire and I felt hot even I came out." "You are kidding." "No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it either. But it's true. Start about a week ago. I woke up, came downstairs, made a cup of coffee, and before I could pour in the milk, it was like somebody turned the light in my head." So he says, suddenly I find myself, I'm able to write, and I'm writing new theories and new ideas coming to my mind, like, that, like when you switch the light on. Really? Not the light, the whole power grid. I lit up. It means I'm excessively in work. My mind is wonderfully working. And it's like no time has passed since I was 21. You are kidding. She cannot believe that. No, I am back. I am back in touch with the source, the font, the whatever source of my creativity was all those years. I'm in contact with it again. I'm sitting on it. It's a geyser, and I'm shooting right up into the air on top of it. My God, I am not talking about this divine inspiration. It's not funneling down into my head and into the page. I'll take work to shape these things. I'm not saying it won't be a tremendous amount of work. It will be a tremendous amount of work. It's not going to be easy, but the raw material is there. And like, so he says, my mind is full of ideas, wonderful ideas, great ideas, and I'm going to put them down on paper and write them. And I feel great possibilities and afraid great, passion and power. I see whole landscape, places for the work to go, new techniques, revolutionary possibilities. I'm going to get whole branches of the professions talking to each other. I am sorry, it's been rude. How's school? So you remember, well, she just arrived from college. So I said, oh, how is college? Fine. You're working hard? Sure. Faculty treating you all right? Yes, Dad. Made any friends? Of course, I dating. Dad, hold on. No details necessary if you won't want to provide them. I'm just interested. School, great. I want to talk about what you are doing. Great. Let's talk. This work, yes. Is it here? Part of it, yes. Can I see it? It's all at a very early stage. I don't mind. Nothing actually complete, to be honest. It's all the progress. I think we are taking years. That's okay. I don't care. Just let me see anything. You really wanted to? Yes. You genuinely interested? Dad, of course. Of course, it's your field. Yes. You know how happy that makes me? Yes. I think there's enough here to keep me working on the rest of my life, not just me. I was starting to imagine I was finished, Catherine, really finished. So he says, I thought I am done. I mean, my mind is no more working. I'm crazy. I'm finished. I thought I'm really finished. But you see, I'm just back on my feet, and I'm happy. I'm writing again. Ah, wondered. I was absolutely terrifying. Then I remember something, and a part of the terror went away. I remembered you. Your creative years were just beginning. You get your degree and do your own work. You were just getting started. If you hadn't gone into math, that would have been all right. Claire done well for herself. I'm satisfied with her. I'm proud of you. This is a very nice speech. She says, I'm happy you are studying math to continue what I have been doing, and I'm proud of you. I don't mean to embarrass you. It's part of the reason we have children. We hope they will survive us, accomplish that we cannot. That's a very nice. He means that you are going to do something that I cannot do. New theories, new inventions. Now that I'm back in the game, I admit I've got another idea, a better one. What? I know you have got your own work. I don't want you to neglect that. You can't neglect it, but I could probably use some help. Work with me if you want to, if you can work it out with your class schedule and everything else. I could help you with that. Make some calls, talk to your teachers. I'm getting ahead of myself. Well, Jesus, enough. You asked to see something. Let's start with it. So she wanted to see what her father is writing, the new thing, the wonderful thing he's doing. So he says, yes, okay, I'm going to show you. General outline for a proof, major result, important. It's not finished, but you can see where I'm going. Let's see. He showed her what he's writing to Catherine. It's very rough, so it's still a draft, but see. And Catherine, yeah, Dad, let's go inside. She said, it's very cold. Let's get inside. Okay. The gap might have been hard to follow. We can talk about it through. You are cold. Let's get in. Maybe we could work on this together. He's very passionate. Okay, look at this theory. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. But she feels a freezing outside. it's below zero. She said, please, Dad, let's get inside. He says, no, no, I'm not cold. I'm telling you, it's stifling in here. God damn it, the radiators. It's noisy inside. We cannot talk. No, come on. I have been waiting years for this. This is something I want to do. Come on, let's do some work together. We cannot do it out here. It's a freezing cold. I am talking you in. No, until you talk about the proof. No, then the father is just lost his temper because he's so excited to show the theory to his daughter, but the daughter says, we need to get in. It's freezing. They start shouting, God damn it, Catherine, open the goddamn book and read me the lines. So Catherine starts to read the theory of her father. Let X equal the quantity of all quantities of X. Let X equal the cold. It's cold in December, the month of cold. So go on, this is the theory. And after that, Robert feels cold. I'm cold. Catherine will warm you up. Let's get inside. Don't leave, please. I won't. Let's get inside. So this shows that the father has written something, but it is not what Catherine has written. Catherine has written another thing. And she has a clear memory who has written this and who hasn't. She has a clear memory about the thing her father has written, and it's not like her own theory. Scene 5 returned to the present, and it's a week after that situation between Claire and Hall, and nobody believes in her. Nobody believes she has written. A week after that, she is recovering now, Catherine, because she went into deep depression and she closed the room on herself. She doesn't eat, she doesn't speak, but now she's getting a little bit back. And her sister had to, change her flight to stay with her to make sure she's good. So she offered her coffee. And Claire, it's all right, isn't it? We have a place where we buy all our coffee that's roasted with themselves. So she's speaking about the New York that they live in a place near a coffee shop and it makes a very good coffee. She tried to have a normal conversation with Catherine to help her, a normal talk. Um, Now Catherine is going to travel with Claire to New York. She decided to go to New York. Okay. So she has packed all the bags and they are ready to go to New York. I would just want to read where Hal comes in and he wants to speak to um, Catherine. Okay. So Hal comes in. You are still here. I I check it out. So I check that notebook. I have seen over it twice with two different guys, two different professors, old and geeks and young geeks, so old generation and young generation. It's weird. I don't know that the technique came from. So there are some mathematic technique which is new that the father could not have done that, but just a younger generation could do that, which means Catherine could have done that. Some of the moves are very hard to follow, or you cannot find anything wrong with it. It might be something wrong with it, but we cannot find it. I have not slept. It works. I thought you might want to know. Catherine, I already knew. I had to swear those guys to secrecy. Means I told those guys not to talk about this new theory until everything is good. Catherine says, I'm leaving. I know. Just wait for a minute, please. What do you want? You have the book. She told me you came by it for it. She said, well, you have taken the notebook. You can go on and publish it and feel whatever you want. And I don't want it, and I'm going to New York. Um, okay, let's see. I wanted to show you where he is going to convince Catherine to stay. Okay, here. Catherine says, you cannot. Do you hear me? You think you have figured something out? You run over here, so pleased with yourself because you changed your mind. Now you are certain, you are so sloppy. You don't know anything. The book, the math, the dates, the writing, all the stuff you decided with your buddies is just evidence. It doesn't finish the job. It doesn't prove anything. She said, well, you have read the notebook, but cannot understand anything, you and your professors. Okay, what would? Nothing. You should have trusted me. That's what she is blaming him because he did not trust her. I know he knows. So Claire sold the house. Yes. Stay, he is asking her, stay in Chicago. You are an adult. She wants me in New York. She wants to look after me. Do you need looking after? So you are you sick? Do you need somebody to take care of you? She think I do. You looked after your dad for 5 years. So maybe it's my turn. I kick and scream, but I don't know. Being taken care of. It doesn't sound so bad. I'm tired. And the house is a wreck. Let's face it, it was my dad's house. I don't think I should spend another winter here. So she's still hating the place. She doesn't want to stay here anymore. There is nothing wrong with you. He's trying to make her sure that there is nothing wrong with her. I think I'm like my dad. I think you are not. I think you are too. I am afraid I am like my dad. You are not like him. So she is like him in being brilliant in math, but she is not like him in being mad, and that's what Hall is saying. Maybe I will be. Maybe you will be better. It doesn't feel amazing, or what word did you use? Yes, amazing. Yeah, I was just connecting the dots. So nights I could connect three or four. Some nights they would be really far apart. I have no idea how to get the next one, if there was a next one. She said my future plan is just vague. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really never knew. No, I worked after midnight. He was usually in bed every night. No, when I got stuck, I watched TV. Sometimes, if I couldn't sleep, he would come downstairs, sit with me, would talk. Not about math, he couldn't. About the movie we were watching, I'd explain the stories. She's telling him memories of herself and her father, that he was always supporting her when I couldn't sleep because she had depression. The father will come and sit with me and talk and watch a movie or fixing the heat, decide we didn't want to. We like the radiators even though it makes noise. We plan breakfast, we talk. So she's remembering the good memories with her father. Um, all right. So he's trying to convince her to stay. And then he says, please stay and we will go to the university and try to convince them that you try to explain the theory to them. And it seems she accepted and she sat with him and she started reading her own theory to him. So she decided not to go to New York, she just stay and prove that this theory she has written is her own theory. And that's the end of the play.